why could they not cast out the demon? What was it that they lacked that caused them not to be able to do what God had already told them they could do? He gave them the power to do this before this incident took place. Now, the thing I want to say that while I'm giving them a chance, God gives us authority. He gave us the authority once He brought Jesus on the earth and gave Jesus all power. And Jesus was teaching His disciples as they were walking with Him. And it's just like us in the church where we have a pastor that's giving us the word. And he's giving us the tools to do ministry in the earth. And for some reason or another, we act like we can't do it.
Come on
now. For some reason or another, you assume that it's only the apostle, the bishop, the pastor, the preacher, the teacher that can do the work of the Lord. But if you read the word, right, the word says that He gave power to His disciples. So if you are a disciple,
you have the power.
You have the power. Is anybody else ready? Because I'll talk a minute. Y'all He gave us that authority because He knew that He couldn't do everything by Himself.
Right.
I often hear my pastor say that I'm only one person. I am the headship, but I got arms, legs, feet, mouth, hands. And that's who you are for Christ. All of us are disciples of Christ. So all of us have that same authority that Jesus had. But there's a reason why you don't use it.
Yeah.
So her question was why they could not drive the demon out. Because Jesus replied and said that they have little faith. He promised them if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, anything can be driven out. But it all depends on what size is your mustard seed. Now they said the size of a mustard seed, they said, you know, mustard seeds are small. They're small. So if you don't have the faith as the size of a mustard seed, you don't have no faith at all. Because if He says all you need is just a faith, is faith as the size of a mustard seed, that can move any mountains that come your way. But if it's anything smaller than that, you have no little faith. I sing a song all the time by James Cleveland saying, where is your faith in God? And I can sing that all day. And I'm telling you, for a person young like me, even when I first started coming to this retreat, I didn't have the faith like I thought I had it.
All right. Testify.
But when I remember the first year, Nina said that God has promised us that we wouldn't leave here like we came. In Jesus' name. But that was only if you believe. And have just a little faith in God. I ain't gonna tell the whole story.
You want to go ahead and tell your story?
Hallelujah. Bless the name of the Lord.
As our panelist has already said, we have to have faith in God. But also, God has given us power and authority to cast out demons. And what we have not been doing was using that power that we have within us. Just like if the police officer stops us, we have to do just what he says because he is in authority. And we have to recognize when the enemy is upon us that we have that same kind of power that we give to the police officer. We have to stand boldly and cast that demon out. And what we are not doing, we are not exercising the power that we have within us. Just like the electric company. The electric company gives us the power. But it's up to us to flip the switch. So if they ever flip the switch, we will never have that power to do what the electric company has already put inside of our house to do. So we have to understand that when the enemy comes, who we are and whose we are. And we cannot stand in front of the enemy playing. As we saw last night, the enemy is upon us. We got to take that power and authority and cast him out.
Yeah.
And then I've had a lot of things that have been going on in my life.
Yes, you have. Yes, you
I have a daughter who has cerebral palsy. She's 32 this year in December.
Praise the Lord.
And they said that she would not live past 5 years. So I praise God for that. Since Elder Nina has called me to be one of the panelists, she's been in the hospital 4 times already this year. Never has she been in the hospital as often as she's been in the hospital this year. And I know it's because of the attack of the enemy. But I've been praying, Lord, help me. Lord, heal her. Lord, I need you to do this. And 2 weeks ago, as I was studying, I realized, and I've been praying with Reverend Dowse, my spiritual mother, every morning, and I told her, I realized I've been praying wrong prayers. I have the power within me.
Come on now.
Out all sickness and illnesses and diseases that has come upon her. And I've been asking God, Lord, I need you to do this. Lord, please help me. If God has given you power and authority, you don't have to beg no demon to come out. You don't have to do that. You cast them out in the name of Jesus. So we have that power within us. And I don't know what was going on with the disciples, but when you are going up front in front of the enemy, you have to stand there assuredly knowing who you are and whose you are and who you are operating in the authority of.
That's right. That's right.
So like I said, I don't know what was going on with them at the time. I don't know if their faith was wavering or whatever. We know we're going to have wavering faith from time to time, but we still have to have that mustard seed of faith to believe that whatever we are asking God to do in his name, he will do it.
Yes, he will.
Amen.
Yes, he will. Amen.
And as my sister was talking about power, I realized that a lot of saints lack power because they feel as though it's not theirs to have. But in the scripture, see, I was reverting back and forth to the word because in order for me to give you something to stand on and something to eat off of, I have to give you some biblical basis for it.
That's
So I was looking at Mark chapter 6, where disciples were sent out and God gave them power over the unclean spirits. And he told them, don't take nothing for your journey. A lot of times you feel like you have to be rewarded for doing what God has already told you to do. There is no reward down here great enough.